everybody, and welcome to Gale and Darling's Pokemon Nuzlocke run. I'm Gale.
And I'm about to destroy this ghost.
Yep. That's it. That's the show. And we're done.
I did it. Good job, guys.
If
I beat this ghastly, the video ends.
Tune in next time for when we beat another ghost. You know, actually, if we had a YouTube series where we did legitimately, beat up ghosts, I think we'd be the #1 YouTube channel.
I do wish... Okay, I would appreciate that. If we started going to investigate the haunted buildings, you know, we've got, the old radio that can pick up sound, we got the IR cameras and all of that. And then I just go in my old Taekwondo outfit and start kicking the air.
Yeah! Say ouch if we're hitting you. Ouch. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I think it said ouch. Guys, repeat ouch if we kicked you in the face.
No, I think it'd be more something like... knowing that would be great. But what would also be great is if I just taped a Bible to the end of a baseball bat and started running around swinging it. The power of Christ compels you!
I went on a ghost tour to celebrate my mom's birthday.
Her mom is alive.
My mom is alive, but...
It wasn't to visit her mother.
But she enjoys ghost hunting. It's something, not really a hobby of hers, but something she's enjoyed, watching on television growing up. And so we for her, birthday, we went and we did a ghost walk in a nearby city. And
No.
It's so hard because as someone who's got multiple degrees in science fields and is a very logical person, a lot of things about ghosts just seem kind of fake, right? A lot of things come up and you're just well, that's not necessarily a spirit of a person. That's poor air pressure in an old building that's, not had maintenance done in 40 to 50 years. So, but on the other hand, I am also someone who's very creative and story-driven. So the idea of, someone being so heartbroken that their spirit remains in the mortal realm just hits me in the part of me that wants fun things to exist. So I'm always torn between, scientifically, there's so many ways that is not a ghost, and the other part of me that's I really want it to be Elizabeth mourning her beloved's murder, and now she haunts the halls waiting for him to return.
For me, that's not ghosts. For me, that's cryptids. Because, so I'm not a biologist, but I try to learn more about biology and ecology, especially, just as kind of a pocket area of focus every now and then. And cryptids are that, oh my gosh, this is definitely unrealistic, right? I mean, you could bring up how many new species discovered each year, but usually that's just 99% of those are just a slight color variation that's from basically 2 other new species interbreeding or the result of some other environmental effect.
Also, mostly insects.
A lot of fish. Amphibians and fish as well, which no one cares about because they're not big and cuddly. I will admit my mammalian bias. My teacher always referred to teacher in college called it charismatic megafauna, which is animals that for some reason people are just very drawn to that have an impact on some society. His example was how pandas have become an icon of the wildlife preservation movement, right? It's because pandas are cute.
They suck at trying to preserve themselves.
Yeah.
They don't stand for what the WWF stands for.
And they're not real anyway. They haven't. That's a separate thing. I'll share the PowerPoint on it at some point. But with that, cryptids are fascinating to me because a lot of times they're based off of very real phenomena. And like, especially the ones, if you like, I love the podcast Lore. They usually go a little further beyond than the conclusions I would make just for the sake of a story, but they're really good at showing the historicity of something. So how it's appeared over history and how it's changed, which is really cool, especially when you look at how indigenous peoples usually had myths that became later cryptids, right? So like Firebirds, right? There's still there's still like Firebirds and Sky Serpent myths all across the American Southwest and West that, you know, earlier people had described 100 years before. It's like, oh, that's cool. That makes me want to believe in it more. But the best one I have ever heard of is the Hide Behind. And this is an amazing thing, because I can guarantee exactly where it came from. The Hide Behind was a creature of the American Northwest. Yes, sorry. I'm getting into this. It's a creature from the American Northwest, and it's a type of monster that is able... Oh, there's a Cubone!
Ah, Cubone!
Can I catch Winston? No. Okay.
No.
I know. I can't
The
even.
rules are absolute. Also, I totally killed the ghastly I was supposed to catch. I didn't even think about it. I just went on a murdering spree, but that's okay. I wasn't going to train a ghastly anyway, so...
Anyway, let me describe the Hide Behind.
Yeah?
The Hide Behind is a monster, vaguely kind of like standing upright, usually hairy, and it comes for like loggers and wildmen, right? People who are out in the middle of the woods at night. Mm-hmm. And it hides behind things, you can only see it from your periphery, and then it will, right, just like take you and go and eat you and take you to its cave or whatever. Which, okay, get where that's coming from. Being alone in the woods, especially at night, is creepy.
Oh, definitely.
But here's where I know exactly where it came from. Do you know how to prevent a hide-behind attack?
I don't know. How do you prevent a hide-behind attack? Also, you're facing the ghost.
Get wasted. The hide-behinds... Oh, it's the Marowak. Oh, it's the... I just saw your kid! You're a ground type. So let me... throw in a plant monster. Anyway, the Hide Behind supposedly does not like the taste of people who have ingested a lot of alcohol. Mm-hmm. So the way to stay safe is to bring alcohol with you and to get drunk. Mm-hmm. So this is 100% the result of drunk loggers who were like, I swear it was coming for me, but he smelled the booze on my breath and I'm safe. People who were out alone in the woods and probably slipped and fell and got lost or died. And everyone said, oh no, the Hide Behind got him. See, you can see where he was here, and then he got dragged away. He slid away, right? Mm-hmm. But then the people who bring up the myth the most are people who feel like, oh, there's someone watching me, my vision's weird, and I keep seeing shadows where I shouldn't. They're just drunk.
Yeah, I could see that. Man, it kind of, it's funny. Cryptids also have a certain kind of, like, interest. It's interesting as someone who is American, because America is so young. We don't have a lot of cryptids. We have very, very few big ones.
So we have... It's interesting with us as well. Because we have some that kind of originate... Like I said, that originated from, right, westward expansion. So there's some that kind of... morphed from European versions and kind of just came here. And then there are some that we kind of adopted from indigenous peoples. And then there's some that just come from nowhere, like the squonk. Can I tell them about the squonk?
Aw, darn it. You made me press splash, man.
Oh. Why do you still have it?
Because he only knows 4 moves! I'm sorry. Gyarados just feel male to me, okay?
Yeah, I get that. I mean, they have facial hair.
They do.
They have a magnificent beard and angry eyes. Not to say that women and other people can't have beards, but traditionally a male thing. Anyway, the squonk is the best cryptid ever. It's a Pennsylvanian thing. It's a little biped, and it's so ugly. it just cries. Supposedly, like, if you see it, it might just cry so much it dissolves itself.
That's depressing.
If you look at pictures of it, it looks like a boar that had a horrible accident. Which, honestly, is, like, that's another one I think, oh, I'm guessing it was just, like, a boar that someone either missaw or one that had been in a couple of fights or something. But just, like, man, some of ours suck.
Yeah.
Back where we were from, I used to live in Indiana, and one of the ones that we had was the Beast of Busco, which is just like a giant turtle. Like, that's it. No one cares about it. It was just a big turtle. That doesn't get any less interesting than that.
I don't know. I think turtles are cool. I'm very much of the more humanoid it is, the less I care about it kind of person. Even with Pokemon, I like my Pokemon to be very much creature and or plant. The humanoid ones, if it walks on 2 feet, I kind of start to dislike it.
It's almost Uncanny Valley, right?
Well, not really Uncanny Valley. I just don't like. I don't like apes or monkeys. They're not my favorite animal. I just don't find them terribly cute. There are some monkeys that are very cute, but I'm just it's not my kind of genre of animal. Mm-hmm. I like my quadrupeds. So seeing something similar.
Why did I call the squonk a biped? It's a quadruped. That's my bad.
But yeah, seeing some other stuff. It's just like the new starters. Their final evolutions are all, bipeds.
Oh yeah, they're. I'll say those are a bit human for me.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't like how human those are. It's not as fantastical to me, and I like my fantasy very fantasy.
See this? You see this?
Yes. Golbat v Golbat. One Golbat was gonna lose. It looks like it's yours. Good job, Ishmael. The restless spirit of Cubone Mother calmed the spirit, and it departed to the afterlife. Doing the good work. I'm gonna go heal downstairs. Oh, I need to switch over. Ishmael is great at calming dead moms, but Ishmael is not great at other ghosts. Only got very specific skill set.
Vileplume. It's known for its role as a nursemaid or a babysitter. It excels at calming frantic mothers.
Yeah. That's much more of like a Blissey kind of Pokedex entry, but Ishmael's like a Blissey on the inside. He's got a heart of
I've got plenty of these super potions. I'm just gonna start using them.
Yeah, that's good.
We got money in the bank. We got ether. Use that on your Astonish to keep leveling you up. And let's go kick some Rocket Grunt. Kick him right in the grunt.
Yeah. But along with cryptids and stuff, actually, it just reminded me. I have this dream. This long, very, very unrealistic dream. I would love to create like a museum, like a Smithsonian museum, but have it be for
nope.
Oh.
Nope. It's okay. He doesn't deserve it.
Hey! So mean.
Oh, but if it uses it... Okay, I have to go all out in case another one uses it.
But now I'm scared.
Well, now you know one of them has... It's the second Rocket Grunt.
The second Rocket Grunt will explode on me if I do not murder it fast enough. It's not a good... I don't like that. I do not like that at all.
Please, no more.
But anyway, I just want to make a museum of, like, mythical creatures. Where people come in and there's just huge galleries dedicated to dragons, unicorns, cryptids.
I have a game question.
Sure.
Do I have to return now to put Blinky back? Or can I just finish this out?
You could finish it out.
Okay, because I'm at the top of the tower and I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to go all the way back
as long
through.
as you don't heal Blinky and don't use them, you're fine. But yeah, I would love to make a museum that tells how, like, different creatures that have been in stories for hundreds of years, like, the lore behind them, the history behind them, where they show up, For things like dragons, how they show up and the differences in, like, various cultures around the world. And just, like, teach people where, like, some of our stories come from.
Yeah, especially, so, I don't like to say this. This is one of the few things that I like Tumblr for. And I usually get it, I don't have a Tumblr, so I'll get it from a source other than Tumblr. But Tumblr just will have the best spots of random expertise, where someone will put up a painting. The example I'm thinking of is a painting of early St. George and the Dragon, which brings up some of the earliest accounts of St. George and descriptions of the dragon. And then someone else would be like, oh, well, I remember that St. George went through this part. He was in Africa. He fought an alligator and said he came back a hero. Or like when Marco Polo went to Africa and said, I found the unicorns. They were gray, fat, and leathery. I did not enjoy them. And everyone's like, that's a rhino.
Dude, if someone came back from, like, expedition and they told me they fought what is I know of as a crocodile indoor alligator, and they lived, and they have all of their limbs, I would welcome them back a hero.
Yeah, but again, remember, there's a good chance he was on a horse with either a javelin or a lance or some other form of long polearm.
Have you seen gators take down gazelles?
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
I'm just saying, there's a difference between wrestling a gator and getting a Bowie knife or a Bowie knife and, surviving that way. And riding up to it and stabbing it from like 8 feet away. One of these things is much more impressive.
Yes. I still wouldn't touch a gator with an 8-foot pole.
I would. Gators are awesome.
They are super awesome, and I do love them. I just am not confident in my ability to take one on.
That's one of the ones I'm surprised is not on my death list. Or my bucket list. Not a death list. Bucket list. I forgot the word for a minute. But my bucket list is includes Punch a Shark and Punch a Bear. Now those two things are added on there for variety of reasons. And usually when I was in a bad place and like, oh, I feel like I have all this built up anger, I need to hit something. And I was going to places where I was warned, like, oh, by the way, if there's a bear, you can fight back, because you're probably gonna die anyway. That's where those came in, but like, crocodiles? I still don't know if I can put that on the list. Like, I don't know
Mr. Darcy's defense is lower than Ishmael. My flower is tougher than my rhino warrior man.
Oh, and I completed the tower.
Also, Ophelia also has crap defense.
My quest. Oh yeah, I'm still on a quest to complete the Pokedex. That is not going to happen.
Freaking fantastic speed! What?
I kind of wish you would name that one like Tremors.
Man, I don't even know, man.
Okay, I have
know.
received the Poke Flute. Now here's the question. Do I go south and down Route 12? Or should I go beat whatever's in Saffron?
You have actually 2 options. There's going left and going down. Actually, you can. I guess 3. Saffron's an option if you want to die really quickly.
What level is everyone in Saffron? Is it usually people do last?
I usually do Fuchsia Gym and then go to
Oh,
Saffron.
shoot, I forgot. I needed to not heal. You know what, it's fine.
It's okay.
I'll heal him up before I put her. I keep saying him. It's a her.
Blinky's still dead. Dragon
No.
Rage. Haha!
Let's move.
You're poisoned. But that's okay. Because as long as it's not speed tied, that does mean he's not going to self-destruct on us. And that's the only thing I care about right now.
It's okay, Blinky. You're in good company.
Blinky, you lasted for 2 episodes.
Blinky, you did exactly what I wanted you to do. Let's be honest. You fit the role of fodder so well. You got us through Pokemon Tower, and you took out a Rocket Grunt. Good for you.
That's so mean.
You did the best you could have. It was a self-destruct. Someone had to go, and if I wanted anyone to go, it was going to be you.
That's so much work.
Alright,
You're so
we're just
mean
about
to me.
hitting time, so let's finish up your battle, and I'll figure out where I'm going in the meantime.
What are you talking about? We have like 9 minutes.
Oh, I thought we usually did like 20-minute episodes.
No.
Oh. We make people sit through 30-minute episodes?
Yes!
Listeners, what are you doing with your life?
Watching us bumble through this game.
Oh, right. Snorlax is like level 35-ish.
He certainly is not a pushover.
So I need to be ready for him. Okay.
Wow!
Return.
Aw, the friendship move.
She premised that with, my Pokemon's ashes are in Pokemon Tower. I'm not going to use this. Here you go. I was going to become a super good friend with my Pokemon, but,
Then my Pokemon died.
ooh, do I want to start doing fisherman battles?
I mean, yes? Do you suck against fishermen?
Let's make sure that you are in front for this one. My problem with fishermen is because it's a single gimmick, the levels vary a lot.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, oh, you could just get unlucky. Oh, and doesn't Sea King have a one-hit KO move?
It can. Horn drill?
Yeah. Okay, I didn't need you out, because now I have to use... Oh, I guess I'll use this. Alright. Ooh. Did not die. It used Water Sport.
He's a great tactician.
You're about as good as the Goldeen in Smash.
Actually, okay. Fun fact that you've probably heard, because it's a popular fun fact. The Goldeen in Smash, the reason why it's not a Magikarp that uses Splash and is like pathetic, is because the Goldeen in Smash is referencing the Pokemon anime, in which I believe it might be Misty, it might have been Ash, but they threw out a Pokeball and it was Goldeen and it was on land. So the Goldeen, like in the anime, those kind of water Pokemon just didn't work so well on land. So the Goldeen just flopped pathetically. And that's what the reference is to versus just the game reference that Magikarp uses Splash and sucks.
Got it.
So that's why, at least that's the theory as to why it's not Magikarp.
Or maybe they were thinking of adding, like, Magikarp and Gyarados as a Pokemon you could play as later. Well, isn't Gyarados one of the Assist Trophy Pokemon? Or not Assist Trophy, but one of the Pokeball options?
Possibly. I would not be surprised if it was. I don't think so, though. I can't remember it.
Just a small fry.
Just a small town fry. I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't either. Be patient. Fishing is a waiting game. Pokemon battling is not, old man.
Pokemon battling is for the 10-year-olds. You're just too old man.
Here's also how I know I can never live in Pokemon World. If I had Pokemon and I was just going for a walk, and some 10-year-old came up to me and was like, "Oh no, we're battling now." I don't have a lot of patience with kids. I would just, like, drop kick the kid and, like, "No, you're battling over there. I use low kick."
I use talk to the hand.
I'm on a date. Can you not? Like, "No, we made eye contact. I have to battle you."
Yeah, I'm trying to make eye contact with my wife here. Can you... Trying to make the sex eyes? You're making it really hard. Ruining my...
Here's a question. Oh, Nefer, TD, please. Yes, okay.
Why are you using acid on a poison type?
Because I didn't want to use one of my 5 PP Giga Drains.
That's fair.
And I'm going to switch someone else in here in a second. Yeah, we'll just keep leveling you up. Does that eye contact rule apply 24/7? Like, if you're in a public restroom and you make eye contact with someone through the cracks in the doors, like, "Oh no, it's battle time!"
That or like
you break
just that dude thing where like you're just peeing in the urinal next to each other and then you like glance over, but then you both glance over at the same time and you're both like staring at each other.
Okay, no.
Oh no.
That depends on the guy. I'm one of the guys who just looks at the wall. No matter what is happening around me, my head does not turn. Like, this is already such an uncomfortable situation. I'm not going to make it any worse. I will fight to make it less. Alright, so let's switch you around so I can stop wasting that and get you some experience. The Fishing Fool versus Pokemon Kid.
Wow, what a name. He has so much confidence in himself.
Fisherman Hank.
Also, we can technically
I fish for gold
to get more Pokemon.
Well, I fish for Goldeen and Goldeen accessories. That wasn't a very good Hank.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
King of the Hill.
Oh, never seen it. Don't really want to. Not my kind of a show.
I haven't seen it either, but there's 2 things about it that I've seen that I love. One of which is just there's a character whose name I'm forgetting right now, but I said I used to live in Indiana. At one point I was working at a mire in like rural adjacent Indiana, right? So kind of on the edge of a big town, right where the farming community starts. And there's a character in King of the Hill who has the most accurate, unintelligible Midwest accent. Also, I still can't figure out if Indiana is Midwest or not. Depends on who you ask, fight me over it. But he has the perfect, like, you cannot understand a word he is saying. But it was perfect to the people who I'd interact with who had the exact same thing. Like, it was that odd mix of just, like, so sheltered a community that, like, just now came out that, like, you are speaking English. Yes, here's paper. Write this down for me. But the other one is, at one point... Okay. At one point, my friend got in trouble in a college-level class, in a grad school-level class, because he couldn't stop laughing. Because a friend sent him a GIF from King of the Hill, which is a really old man who just breaks a plate and says, "Come on, grease monkey, let's tangle." And just the pure absurdity of it. And it was great because this professor was super like strict and stern and said, "Oh, do you have something to share with the class?" No, really, it's nothing. Someone sent me something, I'm sorry. "No, you've made enough of a distraction, come show it to the class." So he had to hook his computer up to the projector and show the class this GIF of this old man. And nobody laughed. And the teacher was just like, "You're right, this was a waste of our time. Thank you for this." And he's like, what did you want me to do here? Someone sent it in an email. I'm gonna open it.
And with that, we're gonna leave you, grease monkeys.
Please never refer to another human being as... Oh no, that just... I know grease monkey has an official term, but throwing monkey into any part of a pet name just makes me uncomfortable.
That's fair.
Maybe it's just Twilight that did that to me.
But we'll see you guys in the next episode, where we continue our journey, and we're gonna go face some people. Some fisher people, some bird people, a Snorlax people.
Snorlax ain't people.
Snorlax are people.
Snorlax ain't people.
We'll figure it out next time on Gale and Darling's Pokemon Nuzlocke Run. Bye-bye!
You really need to make a theme song for this.
I agree.
Hi there, it's the end of the video, my friend. Hit the bell if it was okay, I'm sure I'll make good content someday. I'll play some games or do some drawing, Pokemon and fights with Darling, video essays and reviews. I couldn't do it without you, so thanks, like and subscribe.